Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of P&M's Movie Criticisms. I'm Miss M.
And I'm Miss P.
So, today we're going to review Him. Oh, I'm so excited. You know what I like about this movie? I like that it was 1 hour and 36 minutes. What about you?
Didn't have to invest a lot of
What?
time.
All these movies are so long. I have to take breaks sometimes, to do productive things with my life. But anyway, Miss P, you know what time it is.
It is 2:10, Friday, November the 7th, the year of our Lord. Yes.
2:10.
I mean 156. Excuse me, 153. Excuse me.
You went into the future for a moment. Maybe you saw something. I don't know. But you know that's not what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
That thing that you
I'm just
always
talking about what our fans like, you know. You
um,
know how I'm out about the fans.
uh, let us know if you really enjoy this
Um,
or not. We need to take a poll.
sure, yeah, but you've already heard them.
You don't need no hype. You better hype your girl up. Hey, you don't need no hype. You better
Okay.
hype yourself up. You don't need no hype. You
Yeah,
better hype
yeah, yeah,
yourself
yeah,
up.
yeah,
You don't
yeah.
need no hype. You better
Typical
hype
P&M
yourself
movie
up.
criticism with the hot sauce. P&M movie criticism with the zzz. P&M movie criticism with the hypnotism. P&M movie criticisms. We tell you everything that's hot and everything that's not. So let's get to it. We were talking about this movie a long time. We really were. I was like, wait, we need to record because we were starting to get into this movie. Ladies and gentlemen, we rate movies based on our personal hot sauce scale. At the top is the Carolina Reaper. Nothing's hotter, nothing's better. This is pure silver screen perfection. You can't get any better. But hey, if you do, you know we're all for it. Beneath that is the ghost pepper. The ghost pepper is hot, but is missing a crucial element. And beneath the ghost pepper is the habanero. It was a good movie, great for date nights, great for the family. It was a feel-good movie. It stirred up some nice positive emotions. Beneath that is the jalapeno, just meh, meh, meh. You get what I'm saying. And beneath that is the bell pepper. Bland, bland, all types of bland, nothing going on. The type that makes you feel like you want to sue, get your money back. You start to regret your life choices despite the fact that it was just a movie because you probably could have been doing something productive with your life. That's how bell peppers make you feel. And with that said, Miss P, how do you rate him?
Just straight up
A
habanero.
habanero.
Like half ghost, half habanero. The reason why it's going to be a ghost this time is because it was actually good and made me pay attention. The reason why it's going to get the habanero is because halfway through the movie, it kind of fell off and then I needed
So
more.
you wanted more. I'm gonna give it a ghost pepper. Let's talk
Mm,
about it. Let's talk
mm.
about it. Let's talk
Yes,
about
what?
it. Let's see. Do you want to do Peanut movie criticisms criteria?
Let's get back to the original. Um, Now, here's our criteria for this week. Do we like it or do we love it? Is it historically accurate? Did it strike my emotion? Did it keep my attention? The production elements, the directing. Number three is the quality of acting. Number two is the sound quality and effects. And number one, cinematography.
Cinematography.
So let's talk about it, Miss M. Do we like it
I
or
love
do
it.
we love it?
I love him.
Yes, we all love Jesus.
Um,
Hmm. We
yeah,
love Jesus.
but I love him. Okay.
The movie. It
I
was a
know,
joke.
I
But
know,
anyway,
I love him. I love it.
I I liked it and loved it. It was a mix of bag of emotions for me. Is it historically accurate to the football? Yes. To the NFL, what they make them do? Yes, it is very accurate.
Huh. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, everything was so well thought out and crafted. You could see it, the symbolism, everything. You really could see the effort put forth in this. The ball, his head, the stitches, the blood, all of it was so telling. Okay, so just to give you a synopsis, okay, about if you're not familiar, our protagonist is Cameron. Cam Cade, played by Tyreek Withers. Hey, Tyreek. And Cameron Cade is a rising quarterback who suffers a potentially career-ending injury after being attacked by an unhinged band. Just when all seems lost, Cam receives a lifeline when his hero, Isaiah White, played by Marlon Wayans, what's up, Marlon? Offers to train him at an isolated compound. However, as the training accelerates, Isaiah's charisma turns into something darker, sending Cam down a disorienting rabbit hole that may cost him more than he ever bargained for. That's all I'm telling you. So that's what Miss P is talking about, football, and we've all heard the weird things. We don't like to talk about the weird things, but we've all heard about the weird things. You know what I'm talking about, right? Mhm,
Uh-huh.
mhm.
Did it strike your emotions? Yes, it did. It kind of made me flinch a little bit. The crazy stuff, like it was that movie had so much going on. And one time it made me feel like, oh gosh, what's going to happen next? Which I like that in movies, but towards the middle, towards the sauna scene is where it kind of dropped off for me a little bit. For you, Miss M?
The sauna scene for me was very telling. I thought it was very revealing because we know that Isaiah is off the hinge. We know this. We've already seen it. I'm not going to say what Isaiah is doing on his compound with his football buddies helping to train Cade, but we you know how you don't fully understand something until you understand the full scope? It's like you know that Isaiah is crazy, but you just don't know how crazy he is, right? Like how crazy. And this scene, I think, is pivotal. It's pivotal because it reveals the scope of Isaiah's craziness. Okay, we get to see the whole kit and caboodle. Yeah, so that's what I think about the sauna scene.
Well, see, for me, the sauna scene went like this. I knew something crazy was gonna happen because she just looked crazy. Like the way that they had her set up, like she had eyebrows, but they were dyed blonde. Like the whole thing was weird. She looked weird. So, and then when she said, "Take this crystal and put it up your butt," I was like, "Okay, weirdo, weirdo, straight up, just she's nuts. She's gonna do something to him,
Mhm.
right?" And I'm just like, I don't know, I don't know. It was just the weirdest thing because the ending, because there's a alternate ending, right?
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, there's an alternate ending. I don't know if we should discuss it or not discuss it, but there's an alternate
Well, we
ending.
can flirt
Um,
around with it, but I don't wanna tell too much information.
Okay. Okay, cool, cool, cool. But that's one of those things where I was like, "Oh, now I understand why." So now I can give it a ghost pepper. That right there made me give it a ghost pepper. The alternate ending. It made me, yes, ghost pepper 100%.
Yes, definitely. Because while that scene was off the hinge, I don't like to tell you everything. I want you to go, and we want you to go and watch the movie because wow. I mean, this is me. This is me, Miss P. Fans, friends, family. Listen, I'm sitting there, the lights are off. I got my cover on top of me. I'm sipping my drink and I just freeze, right? And I'm like, my eyes are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, like saucers. And the way it commanded my attention, it's been a long time since a movie gripped my attention. Like, is this movie absurd? Yes, but it fits. Everything fits together. It's just goodness gracious, the level of work, the storyboarding that must have been done, the shot design, the planning, the symbolism, the shots and the B-roll in between to help illustrate and demonstrate things. They really took their time with this movie to make a good movie, and, kudos to all of you. Kudos to the filmmakers. I knew we were gonna get something special when I saw the producers, when I saw Jordan Peele. I was like, "What? Okay, Jordan." Yes. Anyways, Miss P, what's next on that list?
Um, did it keep my attention? We already really basically
Well,
talked about it, so yes. Let's talk about the production element.
production elements. All right, this movie cost $27 million. That was the budget. Okay. That was the budget for it. $27 million. But it debuted with $13.5 million. And if I look at Box Office Mojo, to date, it's made $27 million. So right now it's flopping. So they've, because the movie needs to make 2 to 3 times its budget. So right now, this movie is a flop. But this movie really is very good, though. You really do need to go and watch it. But while this movie is a flop, I would like to say this. If we compare him, okay, so I Know What You Did Last Summer came out, debuted with $12.7 million. Stephen King's The Long Walk came out on the first weekend, debuted with $11.7 million. And Wolfman, its first weekend, debuted with $10.8 million. And Megan 2.0 debuted with $10.2 million. So consider the fact that this movie debuted in its opening weekend at $13.8 million. Currently, this movie is still in theaters, so the story for the budget and the story for its profit is not done, not yet. Okay, so
It came in second place. Like, if
yeah,
you really look at it, it went on debut at 13.5 million, finishing behind Demon
yes.
Slayer.
So for when it comes to your thriller horror productions, okay, it's doing pretty well. Okay, it's doing really well. Really, really well. Okay, so consider that. But yeah. Oh, production elements. Another part of the production elements. What did you think about the desert? That Isaiah lives in a desert.
Which that's get it? He's desolate. There's nothing out there. You
Oh,
can't escape. That's the whole thing. No, you
there's
can't
nothing in the
escape him.
desert but
That's the
demons.
whole thing. Yep.
Nothing in the desert. There's nothing in the desert but demons. And that's where Isaiah lives. Weird.
But if you think about it, desolation, he's also isolated, so you can't go anywhere. There's nothing that you
No,
can
except
do.
for being in his
There's
compound.
nowhere that you yeah, there's nowhere that you can go. There's nowhere that you can hide. It was like the Lady Marjorie at the beginning when she spit
Uh-huh.
on the window and she said, "We don't want you
Yeah.
here." And when the trainer basically told him, "Run, get out of here," when he got drunk and he was like, "I can't even see my kids if I had kids. I can't do anything if"
Oh, yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
definitely. It's definitely desolation. I'm just adding to it by saying demons. Demons. Of course, the things go out of whack because Marjorie is cuckoo. And you already talked about how absurd she looks. I mean, whoa. And of course she
Mhm.
is. Of course, because she's possessed. She's demonic. Who does what she does? It makes no evil type. No, it makes no sense except as something evil, I suppose. Even evil. Maybe to evil it would make sense. But I agree. I couldn't agree with you more that Isaiah is isolated, in his feelings. He has a lot of money, but man, is he isolated in a lot of ways. And the desert shows it. And the presence of Marjorie and her weird football guy head follower, I think is also present that, he's alone in the desert with demons, Isaiah.
Mhm.
And Cade, ooh-wee, oh-wee, doesn't know what he's getting into.
But you know what was funny? Cade was actually a football
It
player
looks
for
like it.
real. And yep, and so that's why he was able to play that role
Oh,
so
yeah.
much better.
You remember when we watched I Know What You Did Last Summer and we liked Teddy's football scene? Yeah, Teddy, Tyreek plays Teddy, and I remember in our podcast, I said he kinda moves like a football player.
And then dun 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 him.
Right? Of course, it makes sense now, it all makes sense. But yeah, he was a really good casting choice because he definitely has the figure and form of a quarterback.
But see, here's the thing. This time it wasn't written
No.
by Jordan Peele. It was only produced
Yeah.
by Jordan Peele. If it had been written by Jordan Peele, I think it would have had
Oh,
a
yeah,
different scope.
definitely. But you can tell his hand is in it.
Yeah, it's in there, but it's not this I wouldn't call this a
No.
Jordan Peele movie. I would call this a
Oh,
Justin
yeah,
Tipping movie
definitely.
because it's just different. How do you feel about the directing this time?
Oh, well, Justin, um, I was impressed. I'm very rarely impressed by directors, you know. I'm growing up with Steven Spielberg, you know, growing up with Martin Scorsese, you know, when you grow up with such dynamic directors, especially growing up with Spike Lee and everything, you know, you get used to a certain quality of movies. And I've been spoiled. I think we've been spoiled by these filmmakers. And um this was refreshing. It was refreshing to see a different, director do something dynamic.
But see, you gotta understand, he's a TV director. This is his second film. His first film was Kicks. His second film was him. He did Kicks in 2016 and he did him in
Yeah,
2025. But he did a lot of television stuff, like TV stuff. He did
Dear White People.
Joe versus I like that. The
Oh,
Chi, Black Monday, Dear White People,
I
Dare Me,
love
20s, Flat.
yeah. Oh, no, I was just saying I love Black Monday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's really good. I mean, he has good work. He needs more movies. Yeah.
But see, here's the thing. I think he just has to have the backing of somebody to back him up. Because if he had like Jordan Peele per se to back him up, then people would go see it because everybody's like, oh, Jordan Peele's making this movie. Ta-da, huzzah, hooray,
It definitely. Oh, yeah.
you know?
Yeah, definitely. Him, you know, the directing was really, really good. Um, I like it. I can tell, I can see the work. When we talk about production
Mhm.
elements, the desert, the choice that Isaiah's in the desert, and then the writing. Oh my goodness, the foundation for writing. Writers, Skip Bronke, Akers, and Justin Tipping. I mean, you writing is the foundation of it all. Okay, so kudos to the writers as well. Let's get paid back. What's up, Justin? You know, like these when you have this in here, this writing with this symbolism, the let's talk about Isaiah's compound. Isaiah's compound is nice, but it's so cold and weird and stark, isn't it?
Well, let's talk about the first scene. He lets himself, well, after the thing, he lets himself in there. What is he doing? He's taxidermying things. He is killing animals. Could that be for a ritual sacrifice? Or because he said, yeah, I like that. He said, oh, I like
Mhm.
that. You see what I'm saying? He's like, I like to, and he stopped himself. He's like, what I want you to do is hit the nail on the head and let's have some
Yeah.
fun. You see what I'm saying? There's just little things that he was saying that gave himself to make himself seem bizarre and crazy. Like when he really hurt that dude really, really, really bad
Oh,
and he basically killed him. And when he hit him and he folded backwards
yeah.
like a
Mhm.
stack of chairs.
Mhm.
Like, there was just little things that Isaiah would say that I was like, "He's unhinged. How can nobody else see this?" And when the trainer came, he was like, yeah, he kept going, "Oh, this is for energy. This is for energy." But then you would see his whatchamacallit go,
Are you talking
you
about,
know?
like, his energy just explode with what they were injecting him with?
Yes, but you see how he kept going, "My head hurts," and you would see the crack. getting bigger in his head from where the
Just like a
staples were?
football too. Uh, because,
Mhm,
you know yes, so these all of these production elements, the shot design, wonderful. How they executed the shots, okay, to tell the story to its fullest potential. The locations that were chosen for this, and just the his head as a football, the stitches, I think they symbolize that Isaiah was groomed, and that's all I'm gonna say.
mhm.
I want and this literally watch the film and see how this young man was groomed and let the film show you the scope of how he was groomed, okay? And those stitches are foretelling of everything. This is really good foreshadowing. Really good. I guess that's all I gotta say about that part.
We basically talked about the directing, quality of acting. Now let's talk about it. Marlon Wayans usually plays
Mhm.
funny things. Like everything he's been in is usually funny. He plays the funny guy. He's never really serious. This, even though he played a bad guy, you still feel for him at the end.
Yes. When I watched this film, growing up, I've always seen Marlon Wayans and the Wayans brothers on television, all the movies, especially White Chicks. That's a cult classic now. I rewatched that movie not too long ago. It's still funny. And I just know him as being this funny guy. But when I watched Marlon Wayans, oh my gosh. Everything I've ever seen him do as an actor was thrown out the window. I didn't see Marlon Wayans. I saw Isaiah White. I did not remember that, yeah, I know this actor. Yeah, he's known for being a funny guy doing these really funny movies. No, not at all. I just saw Isaiah White. His portrayal of Isaiah White is really good, and I love it when I can see actors do something different and we get to see their acting range. It's so rare. It's getting to see an actor do something different and getting to see a wide range. Oh my gosh, that's exciting to me. Mo, that's
And
what's
he
up.
he transformed into the character. He was the character. I felt bad for Isaiah because he had no choice. He grew up the same way that
Mhm.
Kay did, and they don't have choices. You see, they never have choices. They never, and that's what makes it sad because they were groomed for this. And in the grooming process, you lose your identity for somebody else's.
Exactly.
You take on whoever's identity that that you're being groomed under.
You're right. And then they make it seem like you have a choice. They make it seem like a choice, but it's not.
Mhm.
And I think for Cade, I think he knew that. I think when all of it clicked, I think Cade knew that his mentor, his savior, right? Literally and figuratively, because that's what the football team is called, right? Saviors. So
Mhm.
literally and figuratively, Isaiah White is like his savior, but not just for him,
Well,
for him. Well, I was gonna
go
say
ahead.
for
I'm
his
sorry.
fans. What were you gonna say?
Hold on. Okay, so let's really talk about it really quick. I'm going to go in depth for
Okay.
5.5 seconds. Who was Isaiah in the Bible? Now see, let's really his name is Isaiah first, right? They could have picked any name for
Yeah.
him, but they picked
Yeah.
Isaiah.
They did.
Isaiah's books are number 1, like chapters 1 through 39, they focus on the judgment and historical context. The first thing that he did was he talked to him about having fun and discipline and everything. In the Bible, chapters 40 through 55 offer comfort and
Mhm.
hope. You see? Then chapters 56 through 66 address the community's future and restoration.
Yes. There
Do you not see how that played into this
definitely.
movie?
Because yeah, the book of Isaiah does talk a lot about judgment. And did Isaiah did Isaiah give judgment? No, but but it led to judgment, didn't it? You know, even
Mhm.
if it didn't come, and it kind of way it did come directly from Isaiah's hand. Because in a way he sculpted and was a part of the grooming process for Isaiah. And what he sculpted and what he honed Isaiah, you could say Cade was that weapon of, well, judgment. Isaiah's weapon of judgment,
Yep.
is what Cade became. Right? I mean, like saviors and the way some of those, and the thing is they live in a desert, but that didn't stop his fans from being out there, huh? Like
There you
they
go.
were out there in the desert and they worshiped him, especially Marjorie. Oh, goodness.
But see, listen, social justice was one of Isaiah's emphasis. The importance of social justice and righteousness, calling out corruption and injustice among the people. What did Isaiah tell Cade? You got to be better than me. You have to do better than me.
That's right. And Isaiah White follows the same fate almost as Isaiah in the Bible, where he's slain, right? He's slain. So there's a lot of work that's put into this. Like, you can see the work and I love it. They put the work into it. They did their homework. They did it. They did it. So I like it. I like it. Um, let's see. What's next, Miss P?
The next thing is sound quality and effects.
Well,
Sound quality and effects. I feel like this. We've already kind of talked about it because let's go with cinematography because that's what the hot spot is
yeah,
for
because
me.
this is awesome. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Cinematography was great. I feel like this should be in the running for one of like best film of the year for cinematography. And I don't say that very often about a lot of things, but this movie was actually take away the acting, take away all the craziness, the cinematography just was great. The football shots of him on the football field before he got attacked, him seeing those demons and all that stuff dressing up and hallucinating, like the sauna scene was absolutely 100% great. The desert scene where he starts running and he can't run anymore and throwing up in the desert and him not being able to breathe and he's like, take a breath and, get yourself together. We're gonna get some help. The guy waking him up every morning,
Oh God.
acting crazy.
And
Yeah. Throwing the water on
yeah,
him.
and his role. And his role is so small, but it's so big too, because it's the
Mhm.
catalyst. But we're not going to talk about it. You have to watch the movie.
And then the alternate ending, I'm gonna just tiptoe around this, okay? The alternate ending, I'm tiptoeing around it. Um, Basically, Isaiah is still alive.
But you know what? I was like, nah, man. I had this nagging feeling. Miss P, you should have seen me. I was sitting there in the dark,
Yeah.
I was gripping my little covers, covering me, because I got this little, how you have your little coverlet and everything. I was gripping it, and I was like, nah, man, nah. But which ending is reality? Or is it both? Or is it an extension? What is it? I wanna know what is it. But anyways, I was just gripping. I was like, "No, man. No, no." Because basically what happens is things don't Cade is groomed, okay? And let's just say, all I'm going to say is things don't go as planned. And I didn't expect that. I did not expect it, okay? Oh, and Miss P, you said desolation. You know what that reminded me of just now? Yeah, it just came to me. They took his cell
What?
phone
Mhm.
and they
Isolation.
couldn't, D made it so that this young man couldn't contact his family.
Mhm.
So, yes, isolation. I'm excited. I'm excited. I am excited to see what other films these filmmakers and these actors are going to make. I'm ready. And if you got more for him, more about him, let me see. Let me see. But
Well, here's the thing. There's an alternate ending where Isaiah still, Isaiah is revealed to survive. But the other alternate, there's two. The other one is Cam managed to win the Super Bowl on his own, right? Without the help of any rituals or any of the other stuff. But it says the football's left spinning. So the unknown entities still follow or still following Cam.
oh, they're gonna follow him for what he did, for
Mm-hmm.
what Cade did. He was whoa. Like for what he did, this isn't done. This is far from over.
Uh-huh.
That's it. Ah, man. I mean, that's it about him, you know? I mean, hey, if you haven't seen the movie, watch it.
Yep.
It's been a long time since a movie commanded my attention, and it commanded every second of it. Every second. From beginning to end. Anyways, though, is that all, Miss P?
That's it for me.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not following us, follow us, subscribe, talk with us, tell us what you want us to review. If you want to discuss or talk about him, let's do it. It was a pleasure reviewing this film for you. But I'm Miss M, and I'm about this piece.
And I'm Miss P.
See
Bye.
y'all later.